When someone disrespects you, your instinct is to fight back. Your blood boils. The ego screams. Defend yourself. Say something hurtful back. But in the ancient world, the most dangerous person in the room wasn't the loudest one. It was the quietest. Today, we are going to explore the lost art of holy silence. We will look at why Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy," and why the Bible commands us to be silent, so God can fight our battles for us. By the end of this video, you won't just learn how to ignore insults. You will learn how to command respect without saying a single word. Why do we react when people attack us? Usually, it's because we feel our value is being threatened. The Stoics had a word for the solution: apatheia. Not apathy or laziness, but composure. Seneca, the Roman statesman, wrote extensively on anger. He believed that responding to an insult was an admission of weakness. He famously said, "It is the mark of a great spirit to regard wrongs as beneath contempt." Think about the psychology here. If a small child hits you on the leg, do you get angry? Do you scream at them? No. You are an adult. The child is beneath your anger. You simply move on. Seneca is teaching us to treat toxic adults the same way. When you argue back, you elevate them to your level. You tell them, "Your opinion matters to me." But when you offer them nothing but silence, you are sending the most powerful message possible. You are not significant enough to disturb my peace. Now let's look at this through the lens of Scripture. Many people think silence is passive. They think Jesus stayed silent just to be nice. But the Bible shows us that silence is actually a warrior's tactic. There is a story in 2 Samuel 16 that perfectly illustrates this. King David is fleeing for his life. He is at his lowest point. As he walks through a valley, a man named Shimei comes out on a hillside and starts cursing him. Shimei throws stones at the king and screams, get out, you man of blood!" David's general, Abishai, is furious. He turns to David and says, "Why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over and take off his head." This is the moment most of us face. We have the power to strike back. We have the perfect comeback. But listen to David's response. "Leave him alone and let him curse, for the Lord has told him to. It may be that the Lord will look on the wrong done to me, and that the Lord will repay me with good for his cursing today." This is the key. David didn't stay silent because he was weak. He was a killer of giants. He stayed silent because he trusted that God sees everything. He understood a spiritual law. If I vindicate myself, God doesn't have to. But if I stay silent, God takes up my cause. We've talked about how silence protects you, but now we need to talk about how silence defeats them. There is a psychological phenomenon that happens when you refuse to engage with a toxic person. I call it the mirror effect. When someone screams at you, they are looking for an echo. They want you to scream back so they can justify their own anger. If you scream, you validate them. You become their partner in the chaos. But when you remain silent, you remove the echo. Suddenly, their words hit a wall and bounce right back at them. They are left standing alone in a quiet room, listening to the ugliness of their own voice. Your silence forces them to look in the mirror. The Bible describes this in a very powerful, almost frightening way. Proverbs 25:21-22 says, "If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you." What are these burning coals? It isn't about physical pain. It is the burning heat of shame and conviction, the inner weight of conscience pricked by unexpected kindness. By staying calm and kind, you aren't letting them off the hook. You're doing something far more effective. You are handing them over to their own conscience. You're letting the weight of their actions fall entirely on their shoulders, not yours. That is how you defeat an enemy without lifting a finger. This points us directly to the ultimate example, Jesus before Pilate. He was accused of lies. He was mocked. He had the power to call down legions of angels. And yet, Matthew 27 says, "But he gave him no answer, not even to a single charge, so that the governor was greatly amazed." Exodus 14:14 gives us the promise that makes this possible. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. When you argue back, you are fighting in your own strength. When you stay silent, you are tagging God into the ring. Theory is good, but application is everything. How do we actually do this when the heat is on? Here is your battle plan. Step 1. The 5-second breath of control. James tells us to be slow to speak, but the body often reacts faster than the mind. When you feel that spike of adrenaline, do not just freeze. Breathe. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 1, exhale for 4. This isn't just relaxation, it's biology. You are hacking your nervous system, forcing it out of fight or flight and back into rest and digest. You cannot speak wisdom while your body is in panic mode. Win the battle in your chest before you try to win it with your mouth. Step 2. The view from above filter. The Stoics used a technique called the view from above to detach from intensity and see events in perspective. Imagine you're floating above your body, looking down at the argument from the ceiling, then from the sky. Look how small the situation is. Look how small the person insulting you is in the grand scheme of eternity. Ask yourself, will this argument matter in 5 years? Will it matter when I stand before God? If the answer is no, then it does not deserve your energy today. Treat the insult like a rock thrown into a canyon. Let it fall into the void. Step 3. The silent blessing technique. This is the hardest step, but the most powerful. When the urge to curse them rises, replace it with a silent blessing. Pray internally, "Lord, have mercy on them, for they are struggling." You see, hurt people hurt people. A happy, secure person doesn't go around attacking others. When you realize your enemy is likely suffering deeply, your anger turns to pity. And you don't fight people you pity. You help them, or you walk away from them. Silence is not weakness. It is what the Bible calls meekness, which is not weakness, but power under control. It is the stallion that has been tamed, ready for battle. The world is full of noise. Everyone is shouting to be heard, posting to be seen, screaming to be validated. But the one who commands the room is the one who doesn't need to shout. Remember, you are a Stoic mind. You are a child of God. You do not react to the world. The world reacts to your peace. I want you to try this challenge this week. The next time someone provokes you, say nothing. Watch what happens to them. Watch what happens to you. And if you want to know exactly what to do when the time finally comes to speak, because there is a time to speak, you need to watch this video next. 5 biblical words that command respect. These are the only words you'll ever need. Stay strong, stay silent. God bless.